Hi everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. How are you today? Alright my friends, 16.5 trillion plus in debt, sovereign debt, not counting unfunded liabilities, and President Obama says we are the richest country in the world. He said this several times, and last night during the State of the Union he had said it again. Not only did he say that, but for those of us that were listening, you understand that he plans to spend a lot more. He went on and on and on about all kinds of things. And one of them was spending. Continued spending on everything you can possibly think about without any meaningful cuts. As a matter of fact, just real quick, he touched on raising the minimum wage. This is going to be a job killer. Think about it. You're an employer. You need to hire, some new workers, some unskilled people, and now you're forced to pay them at a higher rate. Well, you're going to let one of the other people go that were getting paid at the lower rate. It's very sad that this man really does not understand at all what is going on. He is a great talker, and I'm sure he's a great human being. I guess he's kind of the guy you'd want to have over for dinner. People, we have to understand something here. Barack Obama is not a stupid man. That's a fact. I know that, people may have their opinions about him, but he's not stupid. As a matter of fact, before he became president, he campaigned talking about the irresponsibility of runaway government spending and government debt. So something else is obviously going on here. I think what President Obama now realizes being president is that the system that has been set in place cannot function without the relentless and continuous acquisition of debt, something I've been over so many times. People, we have a debt-based economic model. It's based around debt, period. That means that we have to keep becoming more indebted to keep the system running. Money has to be, has to be borrowed into existence in perpetuity for this to function. If once we admit we cannot acquire any more debt, it's over. The system collapses. So last night was more like a campaign rally than anything else. He's trying to convince people or mislead people to believe that we're the richest country in the world, which is clearly not the case. We're the biggest debtor nation the world has ever known, the laughingstock of the world. And it's very sad to sit here as an American citizen and have to admit that, but it's the truth. He doesn't get what is going to drive our economy. And what would drive our economy, number one, would be a complete realignment of the monetary system. To do that would mean a tectonic shift in the way things are structured. All right, and it would take money away from the bankers. See, Barack Obama wants us all to believe he's on our side or on the middle class's side. Nothing could be further from the truth. All of his policies are helping the richest people, despite the fact that he's taxing the richest people at a higher rate. This whole run-up in the stock market really has not benefited the vast majority of people. It has benefited the richest people. Understand that. He's also allowing the richest people to borrow monies at zero interest and speculate with it in the market. That doesn't help the average guy and the average girl. He won't come out and tell you these things, but that is exactly what's going on here. He will not tell you specifically that our system is again built around the acquisition of debt into infinity. Period. If we stop borrowing, it's over. The system will collapse. It is going to collapse. That's a fact. But the problem is that the more monies that are borrowed into existence that can never be paid back, we know this. There's no way we can borrow and spend our way into prosperity. It cannot happen, okay? He's compounding the problem and making it much, much worse. It's really a simple transfer of wealth that is going on here. And Once we hit a critical mass, which we're getting very close to that right now, is when the actual transfer of wealth is going to happen. When the market, when interest rates begin to spike because investors are getting sick and tired of holding on to an asset, debt, that doesn't pay anything. I'm referring to treasuries, and anyone, as a matter of fact, holding an interest-earning account is getting negative returns. Investors, people like myself, have long been out of the dollar and into other assets. That's what all of you need to do. If you haven't done that already, you need to be betting against the debt. People, it's projected that at the end of Obama's term, the debt is going to be over 20 trillion. I mean, really, where should you be putting your wealth? Very simple. In precious metals, you understand that. I don't care what they do to it in the short run. I've been over this so many times. The fact is that the free market will once again do its job, and its job is solely this: to establish fair market value for assets across the board. We do not have a free market. It's been stolen away by the Federal Reserve, by our policymakers and the investment banks. That's the truth. President Obama is the spokesperson for the investment banks and the central banks of the world, period. The world is not run by presidents. This country is not run by Barack Obama or even the Congress. It is absolutely not. It's completely clear. And if you do not understand that, maybe you should read my book, The Politics of Money. Understand, people, that the world is run by Wall Street. Wall Street will get what they want. This run up in the market that we've had, status post crash, is a reinflating of the equities bubble. And believe me, people like myself are riding this wave. And what are we going to do when this rolls over? Well, everyone else gets absolutely fleeced when they lose all their money. As the market tanks, we're going to get all of it. We're going to get your money by taking the short end of that trade. That's what I'm going to be doing. That is what the investment bankers are going to be doing. The richest people in the world, that's the wealth transfer. Okay, it's going to just disappear. All your wealth in dollars. Now, if you are smart enough to have your wealth in precious metals, in the physical asset, people like me can't get any of your wealth. As a matter of fact, you'll become more wealthy. I want you to understand that. I want you to understand that. It's just very important. In fact, there's probably nothing more important when it comes to the world of finance. Most people have no idea, and I mean zero, about how money, cash, really works. If they did, things would be much different than they are right now. Understand that. So just going back real quick to the State of the Union, it's all about spending. It's all about adding more debt on your back, on your children's back. And that's a fact. We have a country that's built upon debt. Every individual in this country is a debtor because they owe the government money. A child born at this moment owes the government $50,000, a born debtor. Okay, because if you're an American citizen, if that baby is born into this country as an American citizen, it owns part of the debt. Even if it hasn't even, had its first meal, it's a debtor already. Understand that. And you, as a matter of fact, owe the government about $150,000 as a taxpayer. That is going to rise exponentially. It will never be paid back, can never be paid back. We cannot spend our way into prosperity. Understand that. So knowing this, having this knowledge, makes it very simple to know what to do. There's no confusion here. It's simple as this: bet against the debt. Become your own central bank. Something I've been talking about for as long as I started this thing, people. It's just so important to understand this is what you need to be doing, and this is what you need to be doing now. If you do not hold precious metals, and I don't sell this stuff, I don't own a mine, I have no affiliation to any company that sells this stuff, I'm just telling you the way it is. If you choose to hold those dollars, you're betting for the debt. You're betting the debt can go on forever. Understand that. By doing nothing, you're doing something. Okay? And they don't want you to know that. The dollar is a tradable asset. It's traded every day on the open market. So if you're holding a dollar or a coin or a fiat bill of any kind and you are not diversified into metals, you are one of those who are on the wrong side of this equation, betting that the debt can go up and on forever. Okay, now if you're getting yourself out of fiat currency, out of dollars, and holding hard assets like gold and silver, you're betting against the debt. All right, and that's what you all need to be doing. People, these prices of metals are suppressed for a reason. They're doing it so the central banks, the investment banks, and the richest 1% of the people in this country can acquire it at these prices. At one point, again, it will be the free market that will dictate fair market value for these assets. The dollar is in a terminal phase. People, check my channel. Look for videos that I've done about the dollar. I show you, I demonstrate for you in charts how this works. If you haven't read my book, The Politics of Money, pick up a copy of it. And it'll outline all of this for you. You'll understand how it works, how money or cash really works, and you can begin to get yourself on the right side of this equation. If you don't do it and you wait too long, you're going to wish you didn't. Anyway, I'm going to end this video. It's getting really long. People, again, as always, if you think this video is important, please click the like button and share it with everyone. I really am going to make every effort to, try to get as many people as I can to understand what's going on. And I'm asking for your help with this. Please, let's get this out. Let's get people to understand what's really happening right under their noses. That's it. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day.